Very good. Good morning, colleagues. I really would like to have everybody's attention in the chambers here today. We're very honored, colleagues, to have with me three very brave, selfless individuals, Peter Moreno, Daniel Munoz, and Felix. These courageous individuals risked their own lives to try and save a neighbor, 90-year-old Daniel Coronado, from his burning garage. 94-year-old Daniel Coronado. On the morning of June 25th, on Brand Boulevard in Mission Hills, Daniel Coronado had attempted to start his old model pickup truck. 94 years old. This is the love of his life, clearly with his family, but his hobby. He went out like he did once a month to try to turn this truck on. And when he did, there was a terrible accident that ensued. His exhaust backfired onto combustible items in the garage, sending the garage into flames. Before the fire department arrived on scene, Peter Moreno, his neighbor, noticed Mr. Coronado had re-entered his garage engulfed by flames. Without hesitation, Peter rushed over with a fire extinguisher to save the man inside the burning garage. Because of his efforts, Mr. Moreno suffered many, many burns on his face, hands, and neck. It's taken him over a month to start to feel better, and he's with us today, and he's recovering remarkably. Daniel Munoz and Felix were not too far away and also noticed the blaze and were able to pull the 94-year-old man from the fire. Danny and Frank's injuries included smoke inhalation and some burns to their bodies. The fire department and the arson department, who are here with us today, arrived moments later to douse the flames of the garage. Daniel Coronado, the man these folks were trying to save, received burns to more than 90% of his body. Unfortunately, he passed away later that afternoon. Despite the loss, though, I am very proud to call these men Angelinos, Council District 7 residents, and my neighbors. They are true examples of good Samaritans. They put themselves on the line in order to save a neighbor. They, I think, have taught all of us what it is to be selfless. They were brave, they were trying to do the right thing, and they put themselves in harm's way in order to do that. And I wanted to bring them into council today because what they did was incredible. What they attempted to do was incredible. And I wanted to personally, on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, thank Frank, Danny, and Peter for never hesitating for a single moment to jump into immediate action. And I also want to thank the Los Angeles Fire Department and their many divisions. We all know they have a tremendous obligation to put themselves in front of danger to be able to provide for all of Los Angeles. But what these fine individuals, these residents of my council district did today, I think we owe them a lot of gratitude and certainly a round of applause. I also want to note that Supervisor Yaroslavsky sends his regards too. He heard of the incident and has sent over a couple of resolutions for folks. But we're also joined today with Mercedes Coronado, the daughter of Mr. Coronado, and she would like to say a few words. And today, members, I will be adjourning today's council in Mr. Coronado's memory. Mercedes.
I just wanted to acknowledge these men and what they did for my father-in-law, and it was a heroic thing, and you don't hear of that too much, maybe in the military, or with our firemen and police department. But I just want to thank them because he was a wonderful man, and Pete knew him since he was a little boy. So I just wanted to thank them and thank you for your time.
Mr. Moreno.
Thank you, Councilman Fuentes. I'd like to thank all of these councilmen for the recognition, and I'd like to thank my daughter for physically putting me back together. And when I was burnt and I was in the house, her house, and her husband Josh, they welcomed me in there. And my girlfriend Nancy, she mentally put my mind back together because I had bad dreams about this and kept me awake. And Frank and Daniel for their assistance. And when I came out, and I was almost out of breath and everything, and they all of a sudden just came out of nowhere. And I hope Danny is up there, accepting that I did my best, and I did try to do my best to save his life and all that. You know, so thank you, everybody.
43 years, you get to repeat it. Thank you, colleagues. Mr. Moreno should also be noted, try to serve heroically like his compatriots here that day, but he also retired from the Department of Water and Power of 43 years of service. So we have fine residents in the city of Los Angeles, certainly in the 7th Council District, but exceptional people in these heroes, real heroes for Los Angeles. Thank you all to the family for joining us, Mercedes for being here today with us. We're going to be adjourning today's council in your father's memory. I've got a couple of certificates here that I'd like to present. Daniel, there you go. Thank you. And Cornel. Peter. All right, let's give him another round of applause.
Yes,
These are
absolutely.
heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. President.
And Councilmember Fuentes, I just wanted to thank you for bringing them here. We were all touched. I saw the stories on the news, and the fact that you have local citizens that are twice the citizen, quite frankly, walking into a fire, going to try to save people, putting their life at risk, suffering severe injuries, and having to deal with that as well. You get a sense of what our firefighters go through every day. Our firefighters are heroes. You, sir, are a superhero. And your efforts and what you've done and the attempts that you made will never be forgotten by not just you and your family, but the other families that are affected as well. And I am so honored that Councilmember Fuentes took the time to reach out to you, has really gotten engaged, as he always does, to bring you before us so you can be recognized. God bless you, and to all of you, and to your families as well. Thank you.